All right, YouTube, Kevin Williams, manager of All Skill Construction. All right, we got something different for y'all today. We're gonna show y'all putting in glass block windows. Let me turn it around. All right, these basement windows come with a metal frame. So what you have to do is get the metal frame out. Now, if you look right here, see the metal frame is just encased in brick. So you can cut it with a sawzall across there and then start pulling it out with a pry bar is the easiest way. But what he's doing right here is trying to free everything from the brick first. You want to free everything from the brick first and then pry it out. So that's what we're doing first. But remember, the first thing you always do is check your measurement on your new one before you start taking out that old one. Because if the new one is wrong in measurement, then you just screwed up. Now you gotta take that window back and plus put a piece of plywood over this window, and the customer ain't gonna like that. So always, before you start tearing out the old window, check the measurement of the new window. That one was 32 by 22. So your measurement on your glass block is gonna be a little shorter for your mortar. And also these glass block can't be the exact measurement. So we already checked the measurement on the window and the measurement is good. So that's why he already tearing that window out. So it's best to try to pry it away with a pry bar. I'm about to go get the pry bar and so we can pry it out. And then if that don't work, sometimes it's a little tough. You just cut it with the sawzall
right
and then
we'll cut it right in the middle.
We'll be right back. Cut that with a sawzall. Come over here. As you see, that comes right on out after that. All right, we'll be back to show you how to prep it. All right, this is the way I do it. I set my mortar on there first, how thick I want it. So down here to up here is 22 and a half. So my window is actually 21. So there's an inch and a quarter to play with. So I set me a nice bed of mud right there. And then I set my window down in it. Then I put my shims on the sides. What that does is it squeezes the mortar in there and it squeezes the mortar outside. So all I got to do is go wipe it on the inside and wipe it on the outside once I got the window in. All right, now we ready to set the window in. All right, we'll be right back. Oh, we also mixed this up like a mashed potato consistency. A little creamier than that, because when it starts setting, it's gonna start setting in about 5 minutes. So a little creamier than mashed potatoes. That way when it starts setting, it'll be nice and workable. We'll be right back and set the window in there. All right, we got it set. We ended up putting shims at the bottom because it's cold outside. So when we set the window in there, it just smushed all the mud out. So we end up putting shims at the bottom. Usually I don't do that. I don't have to in the summer. It's just the mud be good enough for me to sit it on there and then I just work it out. But this time it squirrels right back out, so I put shims, and then we still had the bed of mortar down there, and then we just smooth it out. Then we got this cake bag, and then you just squeeze it into the sides and then work it. Then you come back with your sponge and your water and you clean all that off and make it look nice. So you do it on the outside, then you go on the inside and do it. Then you let it set before you take the shims out. So what we do is we do this one and then we go to another window. Leave the shims in and then we come back and then do the final touches. That way it'll be done set. Because if you pull these shims out before it's set, the window goes bam right on the inside. So we'll be back. All right, there you have it. Outside all cleaned out. He on the inside, putting the mortar on the inside. So I'm about to go in there and clean that out. Then we're gonna do the next window, same way. And then by the end, you should be able to come back to this window and pull those shims out and just fill the holes in and clean it up. So remember, you want to make sure your window is nice and level. So that's a 32-inch window by 22, so I just use a torpedo level, this is called. And I also go off the same measurement. So it's a piece of steel under at the bottom under there. So I measured to the end of the brick. It was 1.25 inches, so I just made sure it was 1.25 inches all the way around. And then I put my shims in. Then put the level on it, make sure it's nice and level. Then start putting your mortar in there. All right, I'm gonna show you what kind of mortar we use, then I'm gonna go on the inside. Just use the Quick-Crete Type S, commercial grade. Mason Mix Type S, mortar. Saw. Good for glass block windows. Now I'm gonna go on the inside and clean that up. All right, I'm on the inside. The inside is all mortared up. I'm cleaning it out. We push the shims out. The shims are all pushed out. Cleaning up the ends, I was cleaning up the glass, and I clean up all the mortar off here, cleaning up around the sides, and that'll be it. Then we're off to the next one. I'll be back. All right, there you have it, the outside. All set. Then I'll show you the inside, and that'll be it.